What's up, Melanated family? This is your boy Harrison, bringing you a brand new episode of my podcast that I like to call the Melanated Convo podcast. If this is your first time here, we do a few things. We talk about black businesses. I think it's extremely important for the economy of black people and how we spend our money, who we spend our money with. So on the show, I'd make it a point to talk about a few black businesses. Also on the show, we always have a particular topic. We have a particular topic, whether it be with our children, our relationships, something going on in the world. Today, I'm going to talk to my black mothers about tough love. You feel me? Just coming up in an urban community, it's extremely important when you're in an area where there's not a lot of resources, where you're in the area where maybe your finances aren't what they should be. That can expose your kids to a lot of different shit that goes on outside. Now, in order, in my opinion, to prevent them from being involved in a lot of these things, you have to provide them with tough love. So the topic for today will be involving motherhood and why it's important to provide tough love for your children. Also on the show, we like to cover different news stories, different things going on in the media, different things going on with our community in particular. And as we know right now, you feel me, there's a lot of shit going on, so we're going to make sure we touch on all of that. So if this is your first time tuning into the show, thank you for being here. Please, if you're watching this on YouTube, the Melanated Fathers TV YouTube channel is where I put this show at. Please like the video, subscribe to my YouTube page so I can get my followers up, so I can get my likes up, so I can get my views up, so I can be as impactful as possible. You feel me? Also, if you've never been here before or never heard me talk before or know anything about what I do, again, my name is Harrison. I have a platform called Melanated Fathers of America, which is a website you can go to called melanatedfathers.com. On this website, I talk a lot about, again, on the website, there are news stories. On the website, there is a history matters section where we talk about different black people and different instances that have taken place throughout history. I think that's extremely important. If we are to know where we're going, we definitely have to know where we've been. So there's a lot of information on there about history. There is articles on the website about parenting in different ways to interact with your kids. You know, being a father of 5 myself, starting real early, is really a passion of mine. So we dig into that as well. On the website, you can also find the book of the month, which is on the website as well. So just a lot of different things, all aimed at empowering the black community, empowering the melanated community, excuse me. If you haven't been to the website before, please go there as soon as possible. Check it out, right? So let's get everything started, man. I'm ready to get going. A lot of shit going on in the news, a lot of things going on with our people right now. So it's definitely important that we have certain conversations, you feel me? So let's get everything going. First things first, let me knock out these black businesses. Like I said before, I'm going to discuss the 2 businesses. I'm going to discuss them 2 weeks in a row, right? So let's go over these 2 businesses again. The first business is my boy, Corey Holcomb. Corey Holcomb is a comedian, lives in the LA area, but he's a comedian who's been doing it for like 20-something years. He has a clothing brand, right? He has a clothing brand. He also has a podcast that he does on YouTube. But what I want to talk to you guys about is his clothing brand. If you go to CoreyHolcomb.com, I want you to support the brother. When you go to the website, you'll be able to find different shirts he has. He has a lot of different shirts. He has dresses for women. And, you know, he's a comedian. So he's, in my opinion, like a revolutionary brother who speaks up for our community. So some of the shirts will have a revolutionary message. Some of the shirts will have a revolutionary message that's kind of funny. You know what I mean? I got some stuff coming in the mail. I'll wear it next week. But it's important that we support people who are in our community, but also doing the right thing. Because for me, listening to this brother and being a fan of his for several years, because he speaks truth to power, that closes certain doors for him. You see what I'm saying? So he's not as big as he could be in the entertainment world because he does speak up for us. So that's an extremely important thing, and that's admirable. You know what I'm saying? So I rock with Corey. Go to the website, CoreyHolcomb.com. Click on 5150 gear, and you'll be able to see all the shirts he has. He always has things on discounted rate. So if you don't got a lot of bread, you'll still be able to get something that he has. But again, y'all, like, we all we got, man. In a minute, I'll get to all the shootings that's been taking place and all this different shit. But if we want to stop some of this, a part of it is how we spend our money. A part of it is what we do when there ain't no shootings or it ain't a whole bunch of shit like that going out or going on. How much do you actually support melanated people? Do you make sure you spend money with them? Do you make sure you speak highly of them? Do you make sure you go to events that support your people? Like, we got to figure out different ways to come together except for just marching and doing shit that's more symbolic than actually effective. You feel me? So go to CoreyHolcomb.com today. CoreyHolcomb.com today. Like I said, there's a lot of good shirts on discount. If you order one of the shirts, it only takes 2 or 3 days for you to actually receive it. You feel me? So please go support the brother today. That's CoreyHolcomb.com. And if you haven't done so, if you go to Corey Holcomb on YouTube, you can see a show, the Corey Holcomb 5150 show, which I think, of course, again, like I mentioned, he is a comedian, so he uses a comedic spin on talking about things that are going on in society, but the brother speaks truth to power. And as far as entertainers are concerned, or the black men that are put in front of us, I don't think enough of them speak truth to power regardless of how it'll affect their bottom line. So I rock with Corey because he does that on a consistent basis. So CoreyHolcomb.com. Go to the website today. Support my brother. Now, next business. All my black folks out there, if you got somebody with a birthday coming up, if you still celebrate Christmas, if somebody, you just want to get somebody you love a gift, go to itsablackthing.com. Itsablackthing.com. On this website, no bullshit, they got pretty much everything you would need, from cosmetic products and shea butter and black soap and all these different things. But there's also clothes, there's face masks, there's jigsaw puzzles, crossword puzzles. Keeping in mind, all of these items are African inspired. The jigsaw puzzle, the crossword puzzle, there's art, there's African art you can buy on the website. Ties that have African artwork on them, different books from African authors, right? So think about it, family. We are in positions sometimes where you may want to shop with somebody black. You want to get somebody a gift. You don't know what to get. You may want to get them a little trinket or something that's not too expensive, something that's not that extravagant. If you go to this website, you'll be able to find all of the above, right? So again, it's a blackthing.com. What else do they got? They got tote bags, like I said last week. For Christmas a few years ago, a family member of mine, a female family member, I wanted to get them something, so I found the website, got them a nice tote bag with like an African goddess on the tote bag, real nice quality. So family, you can actually be a revolutionary by just spending your money with black folks, right? If you want to see our communities change, of course we can hold politicians accountable, we can hold elected officials accountable, but we got to do some shit on our own too. Like we can't absolve ourselves from accountability as well. And as much money as we spend in this country every year with people outside of our community, we definitely got the bread to kind of pour it back into our people and make our economy strong so we can create a little black Wall Street somewhere around the country. You feel me? And I'm in Sacramento, California. In Sacramento, we have this thing called the African Marketplace, where it is almost that. It's like a small black Wall Street. They're doing a great job where circumventing this small environment and putting a lot of different black shops, from lawyers to clothes to food to, and it's getting bigger, right? So everywhere across the city, everywhere across America, we actually need small little black Wall Streets, because if you go to most cities, there's a small little Chinatown, there's a little African town, there's a little, you know what I mean? All these other races of people have their own shit. We need our own shit too. And of course, we've been shut out of things. We've been systematically deprived, but at the same time, we can hold ourselves accountable. At the same time, you ain't just, there is something you can do. You feel what I'm saying? We have to hold ourselves accountable and can't act as if we have no power at all as far as doing those type of things. Supporting your own, speaking highly of your brother, you know, understanding what you're watching when you watch the news, when you watch how we're portrayed, getting a great understanding of how propaganda is used against us, so we don't be doing all this goddamn fighting. You feel me? So go to itsablackthing.com, everybody. It's a black thing. Itsablackthing.com. Support the website. I got a couple shirts coming that should be here pretty soon. Oh, for all my brothers out there, they have Negro League baseball jerseys on this website. And when I say that shit is dope, you know what I mean? Like real nice quality jerseys, looks nice quality with the hats to match. They got the Buffalo Soldiers gear. So again, I'm all about history. I'm all about us figuring out where we've been so we can know where we're going. And any company that's black that takes the time to infuse our culture and history into their products, I'll rock with that. You feel me? So go to itsablackthing.com so you can support that black business. And if y'all have black businesses that I don't know about in my DM, and you can send it to me at Instagram as Melanated Fathers 100. On Facebook is Melanated Fathers of America. Twitter is Melanated Fathers 100 as well, I think. Send me black businesses that have a website, because I'm in Sacramento. So of course, if I speak about a business, I want to make sure everybody in the country has access to it. You feel me? So send me black businesses, man, and we gonna keep talking about our people so we can put ourselves in a position to be beneficial. In my opinion, if we want to change some of these laws, if we want to affect how these politicians think, we got to give them money at the end of the day. You feel me? So if we can circumvent our communities and put all of our money together, starting with supporting a black business, I think before we can talk all this big unity shit and us coming together like we should, first we got to start supporting each other, right? First we got to start putting our money where our mouth is. That's the first sign that you willing to go all the way with this shit. You feel me? So go to itsablackthing.com today. Itsablackthing.com. Support this company, man. Our economy depends on us supporting each other, family. You feel me? So let's keep it moving. Now, for the news stories today. Of course, I'm gonna touch on the biggest news story, I think, that has been taking place in our community over the past week or so, right? So on August 23rd, a few weeks ago, or about a week ago, August 23rd, 29-year-old brother Jacob Blake was shot in the back 7 times by police officers. Now, to my understanding, he was there because 2 women were fighting, or there was a fight or something. He was trying to help. Like, he wasn't there on no bullshit. Like, he wasn't there to cause problems or to be a problem, right? So he's there to break up a fight, or he's there to assist someone, something of that nature, right? This is actually what this brother is here for. And on the video, granted, like I always say, that's the only video that I've seen. If somebody has another version of that video, please send it to me. But from what I've seen, he's walking away from the cops, and they end up shooting the brother 7 times in the back, right? Now, thankfully, the brother didn't die. He's in the hospital. They on some fuck shit in the hospital. They got him chained to the bed in the hospital. Like, he gonna run away or he gonna get up, but it's been well documented at this point that the brother's paralyzed, right? So we, like I continue to say every week, family, we at war, man. Whether you want to admit this or not, whether you want to act on this or not, whether you the kind of person that has to wait until some shit is at your doorstep before you realize how serious this is, whatever the case may be, we at war right now, family. So it's a few things that I want to say about this situation, right? Now, first off, that's our brother. And under no circumstances should he have been shot. Like, cops tried to say he had a knife in the car and all. What the fuck? I'm so sick of this knife shit. Y'all should be equipped to take a knife from a motherfucker. Based on your training, based on what you go through, you should be able to take a knife from one man, period. All y'all should be equipped to do that. So I don't want to hear no shit about he had a goddamn knife. Who gives a shit? So he should be shot 7 times because he had a knife? What is that? What, are you going to swing the knife and miss? Punch him. Get him on the ground. It's 7, 8, 10 of y'all. So that's bullshit, right? So you shoot this man 7 times. Again, we have these police in our communities who do not look like us, who weren't raised around us, who their first instances of dealing with someone melanated is in the line of duty, is when they have a fucking gun on their hip. At this point, I don't even think we need police officers. We don't even need a police force. Bring the fucking ambulance. Bring the goddamn fire department when some shit happened. What the fuck we need y'all for? Y'all not stopping crime. Y'all getting there after the fact anyways. So we don't need no goddamn cops, especially in our neighborhoods. If you wasn't raised in our neighborhood, you shouldn't be able to police our neighborhood at all. It's bad enough that we got coon niggas who look like us, but think they gotta impress their white partner or impress whoever with them, so they gonna be harder on us than the white dude would. You see what I'm saying? So what the fuck, man? This is, if these type of instances don't encourage us to come together, don't encourage us to stop hurting each other, then we fucked, y'all. We really got to figure this shit out right now. One thing I'll say about the brother, I will say this, right? Again, I'm with him. That's my brother. What happened to him shouldn't have happened. However, and again, there could be a part of the video I haven't seen, right? But family, this is for all my black men out there. I'm tired of saying this shit. If you get pulled over by the cops, you got 2 options. That's how I see it. You got two options. You could have prepared yourself that day for war, and you got your thing on you, right? And you ready to go to war. He pull you over, you ready to die or kill in that moment. If you don't got a gun, you need to comply, family. From what I seen, if 4-5 cops got their gun out on you, stay your ass still. They gonna kill you, family. Don't you get it? And again, I don't know if it's more to the video. I don't know what the brother was thinking, but 4 or 5 cops on you, you stand still. Go to the ground. Okay, y'all got me. Okay, y'all got me this time. Or have your thing on you at all times so you can do what you got to do in those situations. But let's be honest, even in that situation, if you ain't got no militia behind you, these police got the police unions behind them, they got these judges in their pocket, it's a lose-lose battle, family. You better suit it getting your ass home so you can regroup with whoever you need to regroup with and come back however you think you need to come back. You see what I'm saying? But we need to be smart too. If cops are on your ass with a gun walking behind you, stop. You can't do no reaching, no moving, no nothing. They gonna kill your ass, family. They gonna kill your ass. Now they're saying the brother was reaching for a knife. I don't give a shit. I don't care if he was reaching for a machete. Shoot him in the legs. See? So the family, the way the police structure is set up, what they're told to do, what they abide by, we need to throw all this shit out and start over. So you mean to tell me your biggest shit is shooting to kill? You guys have to shoot to kill. If you shoot a grown man in his legs, he's probably not going to come after you no more. He's going to fall on the ground. What is he going to do on the ground? Subdue him then. It's always 15, 20 of y'all already. Jump on his ass. So that's bullshit. What's really going on is a lot of these white men, just like the FBI said several years ago, a lot of these white men have infiltrated the police departments and they're using their hatred, they're using their badge and their gun as a way to inflict their hatred on us. There's no other fucking explanation for this shit. I'm gonna keep saying it. The first police forces in America was slave patrols. They still slave patrolling, family. They still fucking say slave patrolling to this day, right? So you get pulled over, if you're not ready to bust back right then and there, comply. Get home. Don't move. Don't walk. Where the fuck you walking to? Where you walking to? They got guns out, family. Big, serious, they gonna shoot you. Haven't you seen the news? Don't you know how they get down? They gonna shoot you. You feel me? Now the cops, who did this, it was one officer who shot him 7 times. We need to know this race soldier's name. Rustin Shesky. Rustin Shesky is the man who shot him in the back 7 times. He's on the leave of absence right now. Probably gonna transfer his ass. He's probably gonna be back to work in 6 months and shit like that. So what are we to do? Right? So what are we to do? Right? Not to mention, because I'm gonna combine these two stories, the other brother in Louisiana who, from what I've read, may have had mental illness, the brother Trayford Pellerin. Trayford Pellerin was shot 11 times on video. He walking, looked like the brother going through something a little bit. He has a knife in his hand, supposedly, right? All these cops following him. Once he get to the door of the Shell gas station, they shoot him 11 times. Why 11 times, family? I'm going to tell you why 11 times. That's a nigga. Make sure he dead. That's a nigga. Make sure he dead. I just seen a video somebody sent me the other day of a white man getting pulled over by a cop. He's in one of these big-ass trucks. He gets pulled over by the cop. He throws his door open, looks back. What do you want? He's talking shit to the cop. The cop is just backing up, talking to him like he's a person. So what the fuck are we talking about? This is an all-out attack, a race war against yo black ass, okay? Okay? That's what the fuck is going on. Stop being naive, family. I'm tired of this shit. Stop being naive. Stop acting like this is one-offs. Talking about the percentages of cops that actually kill black people is lower than... Fuck all these Republicans. Fuck all that shit, man. It's a war out here, family. So what you gonna do? You see what I'm saying? So when I see news stories of my young brothers out here still killing each other, my young brothers out here warring with each other. Now, I know the tribal differences with a lot of these gangs go back far as well. 20, 30, 40 years, some of these gangs. But at this point, family, I'm tired of that shit. We don't have... Look, we already at war with this system. We already have to deal with systematic impressions at every move we make. Like how we're treated by this society hasn't really got that much better over the years. It's more covert now, but it hasn't really got that better. So we have to deal with systematic injustices every day, every turn, right? Whether it's you trying to get a loan at the bank, whether it's the shit they teaching us in school, whether it's the police forces, whether it's when you do go to court, how they throwing niggas away for bullshit. You see what I'm saying? So we have an enemy already, family. Did you know that? Did you know that? We have an enemy already. We can't have an enemy already and then make ourselves the enemies too. So I don't know how we gonna get over this gang shit, but goddamn. Goddamn. And then some of these young niggas is 17, 18, they brain ain't even developed yet and they shooting a gun. You see what I'm saying? What the fuck is going on, man? So we have a lot of reshaping and reorganizing to do. And yes, we have a system that's the primary advocate of our misfortune, in my opinion. However, what are we going to do about it? Just sit here and be sitting ducks? Keep buying Jordans? Keep fucking each other over? Keep talking shit about niggas? Keep fronting on niggas? Keep making sure your car nice, your shit nice? Who is your car nice for? Not knowing you ain't buying that shit so white folks can see it. You buying that shit so you can stun on somebody who look like you, who look family. We all at the bottom of a slave ship right now, all of us. Nobody's on top. Nobody's above nobody. Jay-Z, Oprah, they all down here with us. They all down here with us. At any turn, they can get fucked up. The system can attack them too, i.e. Bill Cosby, i.e. R. Kelly, right? If the system wants your ass, ain't shit you can do about it. So why not be with your people until that happens? Hopefully it don't, but why not unify with your people in some way? You feel me? We need to figure that out. So RIP to the brother Trayford Pellerin. Excuse me. The brother Jacob Blake, he is going to be paralyzed. I'm happy the brother didn't die. It could have been the end of his life, you know what I mean? Excuse me, family. They still got the brother handcuffed to the bed like he finna get up and fucking run away. They can't even explain why the brother's handcuffed. I can tell you why he handcuffed. Because he's a nigga. I don't care if yo nigger ass didn't shoot nobody. So what? You was in an altercation with our family. That's how the police see it. You was in an altercation with our family and you a nigga. Handcuff your punk ass to let you know we got you. You feel me? So fuck all that. And this is what we need to stop too. This is what we need to stop too. So I see this brother's mother on TV, and all too often, these black mothers with this praying and this forgiving shit, man, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. To a degree, Christianity is ruining our fucking community. Straight like that. Straight like that. You need a God that's gonna fight. That's who you need to be praying to. A God that's gonna tell your ass to get up and defend your motherfucking self. She on TV talking about, I'm praying. First thing I did when I went into the room is I prayed for my son and all the cops that was in the room. And they asked her, if the cop that shot your son was in the room, would you pray for him too? And she said, yeah, I forgive him. What do you forgive? He tried to kill your child and you forgive him? What the fuck are we thinking? What's wrong with our minds? Are we that broken? Are we still operating under this slave mentality all these years later? Do you get when the Bible came to us? Let's keep it fucking real, man. I try to be respectful because I know Christian people, and if you are using Christianity to make yourself a better person, if it's actually making you a better person and it brought you out of a dark place, who am I to tell you not to believe in that? But come on, man. Come on. If you're of African descent, which most of us are, wasn't no fucking Christianity in Africa. They wasn't rocking with religions like that. So what we doing? Who wrote the Bible? If we want to get down to it, you're reading the book and you don't even know who read it. I mean, you don't even know who wrote it. What are we talking about? Slaves, Christianity was introduced to slaves, as was chitlins, as was a lot of the unhealthy shit that we do to each other. We need to divorce all this shit and start over. Period. If you're allowing your religion to get in the way of your freedom, get rid of that shit. And then, on top of that, Benjamin Crump is sitting next to her. Look, Benjamin Crump, family, I'm going to need you to get a cop arrested. Now I just kind of feel like you chasing the bag, family. Every time somebody gets shot, your ass is sitting right there with your mama in your nice little suit, talking to everybody about how we need to get injustices and we need to make sure it don't happen no more. Nigga, get somebody arrested. Get upset. Get somebody arrested. Now you making me think, is you working with them too? Are they making sure we hire you? Or you some Al Sharpton type motherfucker who coming around us with you a goddamn snake? Sick of all these motherfuckers, man. Look, we need cops to be arrested, Benjamin Crump. We don't need the parents to have money. Yeah, money can help. Money can ease some shit, but if they just gonna kill somebody else next week, fuck that money. We need cops to go to jail. Look, family, if we're not gonna start our own militia and get to knocking these motherfuckers off ourselves, they need to go to jail. If we're gonna use this system to help us out, they need to go to jail. And Benjamin Crump, I've heard some bad things about your family, but my ass, I'm always giving people the benefit of the doubt. Well, no, maybe they're different now. Maybe that's not what he. No. Look, I'm watching you, family. Stop the bullshit. Stop it. Get some change popping, or try a goddamn different way. You see what I'm saying? So R.I.P. to the brother Trayford Pellerin. It's unfortunate what happened to him, but we need to realize, y'all, that we at war. I'm tired of saying this shit. We at war right now. Right now. Right now. And I don't want you to have to wait until something happens to somebody in your family or something happens to you, unfortunately, that you realize that we need to figure out a way around this system. Motherfuckers is telling me y'all want to have an argument about Joe Biden and Kamala Harris? Okay, cool. Let's have the argument. Who's going to stop police brutality? Which one of them? Trump? Kamala Harris? The Republicans, the Democrats, the liberals, the conservatives? Y'all want to use all these fancy-ass words for white racists? The fuck are we talking about? You're not going to confuse me. Oh, the Republicans here, the Democrats. They're all white and racist. Everybody want to talk about the elites. Well, the elites and the Bilderbergs and they're all white. They're all white. For the most part. 90-something, they're all white. So what the fuck are we talking about? Who are we talking about? You see what I'm saying? So voting locally can definitely help. If there are politicians that you feel can do something for our community on a lower level, I'm not saying not to back them, but ultimately you got to do something for yourself, family. Ultimately, a politician ain't finna come in your house and change the narrative of how you guys operate. They're not. They're not. So this is the individual thing. If every black household decided, okay, we need a gun, we need resources, we need the mother and the father to be there, we need to have healthy dialogue about our history, healthy dialogue about all the shit we've been through in this country. We need to make sure our kids value real things, not materialistic things. We need to make sure we're not seeking materialistic shit to make ourselves feel better about being in this rotten ass fucking country. You see? That's why I'm such a big proponent of learning. To me, history set me free. Literally. Understanding where I come from, understanding the people who've came before me, understanding that everything I'm looking at is just a replay of something that's happened before. Now I can contextualize everything I'm looking at, everybody I'm looking at, and I can make a clear judgment. You feel me? Opposed to being so goddamn confused, because at times I feel like everybody's lying to us. Right? Everybody looking outside of themselves to get to find a solution. You can't find nothing outside of yourself that's not in you already, family. It's in you already. You praying to who? To who? Who gonna come help you? This ain't a pray moment. This to get your goddamn gun and be ready moment is what this is right now. You see what I'm saying? So I'm tired of these parents going on TV talking about, goddamn, man, we fucked up. Goddamn, where are we at right now? Shoot my son. Shoot one of my sons. This is how I feel. I'm a 40-year-old man who ain't never been to jail. I don't have a record, but I've already set aside in my brain certain shit I'll go to jail for. Gladly. You see what I'm saying? Gladly. Shoot one of my sons. I don't need court. I don't need court. I don't need a judge. I don't need no money. Nah. Keep that money. Keep it. Y'all gonna need it. Keep that money. Y'all gonna need it. See? So, what are you willing to do for your freedom? Because right now, we're not free. I know it feels like that. Because you can go jump in your car. You can go jump in your nice car and go buy whatever you want. I know you feel free because you can do that. You're not free. Not in this country. So what the fuck we gonna do as a unit? You see what I'm saying? All right, so next story. Oh, there's something else I want to talk about. So the other day, I think it was yesterday, the day before yesterday. The other day they had a march on Washington. It was the 57-year anniversary to the March on Washington, right? It was called Get Your Knee Off Our Necks March, is what they called it, right? So they had Al Sharpton talking, which is a complete fucking clown. They had Al Sharpton talking. They had Martin Luther King's sons Jr. talking. Martin Luther King Jr., his son was talking. I think his daughter was talking too, right? I tried to listen to what they were saying. All coon shit. It's all coon. It's all about praying and symbolism, making you feel good. And today, I think this is what I thought. Somebody correct me. I thought marching was to bring attention to something or to an issue that people aren't aware that it's an issue. People aren't aware that that's actually happening. You feel me? Or just something that people need to be aware of, right? Because maybe they haven't been thinking about it that way. For instance, I marched maybe 2 months ago. My brother Barry Axius, my brother Kevin McLean had a Put Down Your Guns march. Well, in my city in Sacramento, there was a rash maybe of like 2 months, 3 months maybe, of 3, 4, 5, 6 murders, I think. Could be more, could be less, I'm not sure. So what they were saying was, hey, we be out here marching against police brutality, but we want to show the community that we will stand up for the community too and say, hey, brothers in the community, we need to stop. We need to find a different way to address each other. That makes sense. That's something, in my opinion, maybe members of the community haven't looked at it that way before. Maybe some of the guys involved haven't looked at it that way before. So the news was out there. It was made public, so the public can kind of see what we were doing. That made sense to me. In 2020, excuse me, marching for or against police brutality needs to stop altogether. Somebody gets killed, what the fuck are we marching for? Somebody tell me. In my city, when Stephon Clark got killed, and again, people who are out there marching, spending your time out there, you could be doing something else. So I'm not gonna shit on you for spending your time out there. But at this point, we need to find different ways to get the resolve that we want. Because we marched for Stephon Clark. Those cops are still cops. So to me, and this is my opinion, if the cops don't go to jail, what the fuck are we marching for? If we don't get results, then what are we, just posturing? What is it, something to do? So at this point, family, March on Washington, my ass. It should be a fucking military march on Washington. The fuck are we still marching, asking for? Marching is asking, family. I don't care what you say. You can act like you out there demanding. You ain't demanding shit because the cops is monitoring everything. They knew what time you were gonna be out here. They waiting for your black ass to get done so they can go eat, so they can go get some goddamn donuts. Okay? It's a whole big structure setup. Fuck we talking about? This ain't no revolutionary shit no more. The cops are involved. It's not revolutionary. You got the cops there. If they help set the shit up, then what the fuck are we doing? What the fuck? March on Washington 57 years later? Why? 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 Have a military march on Washington that's not on TV. Do some untelevised shit where you go and y'all got fucking Al Sharpton talking. But nobody respect no fucking Al Sharpton. Who the fuck is Al? Pimp Al? Hustling ass Al? What the fuck are we doing? He up there telling me you better go to the ballots. Who gonna stop this shit? Who to vote? Tell me his name. Tell me his or her name. That's gonna put cops in jail when they get elected. Who's that? I vote for him. Give me the name. That's who I'm voting for. Is there somebody out there like that? No, there isn't. Stop all the goddamn posturing. Stop all the blaming the Republicans, blaming the Democrats. Racist white motherfuckers got us in this situation. Some of them are Democrats, some of them are Republicans, man. That shit don't matter like that. The fuck are we talking about? Fucking march on Washington 57? No, man. The marching should be done. I know it feels good. I know it feels good. You get out there, you're yelling at cops, got the whole thing going. It should be done in 2020. We should be doing shit off camera like a lot of people do. I'm not saying it ain't people out here doing good work that's speaking up for us, that's not marching. We need to figure out ways to come together, get our money together so we can elect a particular politician with money from the community, with not just your goddamn vote. Vote don't mean shit. With your money, put our money where our mouth is. If you don't do what we want, we taking this block of money, or these block of people with us. How about we do that first? How about we all come together and start our own political party first? And then we'll say, hey, look, it's 40 million black folks. We'll give you our vote if you do X, Y, Z. How about that? But no, we want to be hella emotional and have long-ass diatribes online about why Kamala Harris black and she ain't black. I don't give a fuck if she black or not. Barack was black, right? Wasn't Barack black, quote unquote, right? Do y'all get it? It's pretty simple. Listen, regardless of your skin color, regardless of what kind of black you are, Caribbean, you Haitian, you come from Hawaii like Barack did, wherever you come from. What the problem is with Kamala, Obama, the problem I have with them, if you don't come from the black experience, then you're not going to fuck with us like that. If you weren't a part of the black American experience, if you didn't live in this country and deal with black American issues, then you're not going to view us the same way. We need to be honest about that. A lot of people who look like us but come from other places look down on black Americans. A lot of people who look like us don't have the black American experience, so they don't have the empathy for black folks. They don't give a shit, right? But even with that being said, what is she gonna do to stop police violence against us? Biden is a racist white man. So is Donald Trump. So we're fucked. How about we go back to the drawing board and say, look, we're going to put all of our votes together, and whoever is going to do our bidding for us, we'll give them the vote with a whole bunch of money too. See, it seems like black folks just want to feel good. Y'all just want to feel good. You want to go put your vote. You want to act like you're doing something. If you just vote and go back home and go back to work and you don't do shit for your community, you're not raising money in your community, you're not being a mentor in your community, you're not buying food, services, and products from black folks who sell shit in your community, then your vote means shit. I don't want to hear about you voting. Tell me what else you did for us. Tell me what else you did when you wasn't voting. Because that's, especially for a presidential election, that shit don't mean that presidents are selected, not elected, in my opinion. So I'm not finna waste my time watching CNN. Not finna waste my time arguing with you niggas online about why Kamala. That's kind of what they want us to do. That's kind of the point of allowing us to vote. Let us fight at the bottom while they figuring out what the fuck they gonna do up top. Fuck voting. Practice your Second Amendment rights. Support black businesses. Mentor somebody in your neighborhood. Start an organization. Start a business. Support a business. Speak highly of black people. Don't hurt nobody black. Vow not to put your fucking hands on nobody black unless it's life or death. Right? Raise your goddamn kids. If you're black, if you're a father like me, raise your kids. Be in your kids' lives. You got young kids, you got kids that are teenagers, talk to them, figure out a way to get through to them, be the change you want to see in the world, goddammit. Instead of expecting some out, see, it's the Jesus complex. The Jesus shit is the same thing as the voting shit. It got you looking outside of yourself for answers, and all the answers is right here. You see what I'm saying? So, march on Washington my ass, man. We need to find a different way to seek change, because walking around with your fists up, talking about what somebody done to you, ain't working no more. All right. Got me hot around this motherfucker. All right. Last news story. All this goddamn posturing, all this symbolism. So the NBA, I was trying to give the NBA a pass because I said, you know what? They got the names on the back of the jerseys. The Black Lives Matter on the court. Okay, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe money's coming. Maybe they're going to start putting money in our communities. Maybe they're going to do something. But my opinion now, family, It's all posturing. It's all symbolism. And then I hear the players ain't playing tonight. I said, oh shit. Here comes some real change. They finna stop the NBA's money because that ain't been happening. They ain't stopped their money yet. You can put whatever you want to put on the court, put whatever you want to put on the back of the jersey, but y'all still getting y'all bread. I said, oh shit. Now it's a revolutionary act about to happen. But then I look closer and I hear him talking and I see I said, oh, okay. Y'all postponing the game. So you still gonna play the motherfucker. Okay, so you're marching. It's the same as the goddamn, my boy. Y'all might as well have been at the goddamn March on Washington. So y'all marching then. It's just a symbol. It's just a symbolistic thing, right? Fuck all that. I can't watch it no more. So look. So you mean to tell me, as y'all say on the back of the jersey, say my name, Black Lives Matter, equality. Why it's on the back of your jersey, niggas out here still getting killed? So what is it all for nothing? NBA, look, put your money where your mouth is. Every city, because you got more than half your team is niggas. Every city, if you don't put money into the communities of every city y'all rock with, I don't believe in you. I'm not fucking with you like that. See? So all the posturing, all the symbolism, it needs to stop. I'm tired of all the symbols. People give us symbols because we love it. As black folks, you can give us anything. We're going to take the shit. Okay, cool. I'll roll with that. See what they did for us? See what they put on the back of the jersey? That's so nice. Stop all that shit. No, it ain't. Shit. If you're not going to put money into the cities that you have these teams, into the urban communities, because if you didn't have no black players, you wouldn't have a goddamn NBA. Simple as that. So think about the power that would have had if all them players would have left that goddamn bubble. Every black player, I'm not playing until a cop gets arrested for one of these 7 goddamn murders. Right? Then we have real change in this country, but people are always looking at their bottom line. We got to get to a point as melanated members of this society, I'm willing to sacrifice everything for my people. A lot of us are only thinking about the people that live in your house, and it's bigger than that, family. It's bigger than that, family. If we don't step up as black men and start doing something, what is the world going to look like for your kids when they get older? What is the world going to look like for your grandkids? Do you want it to be fucking 20, 50, and niggas still getting shot by the cops? Look, if we don't figure out a way to come together, if we don't figure out a way to love each other, that's exactly what's going to happen. In my opinion, the powers that be is not going to change anything without us damn near making them. You see what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody in the movement that's doing good work. There's so many people out here really pushing for change on some unapologetically black shit, and I love that. All these coon niggas, all these niggas that's in the way, that's speaking up for they white boss, fuck all of them at this point. I'm getting sick of all that shit. You see what I'm saying? So shout out to the brother LeBron, man. He continues to speak up. The most popular player in the NBA, if not the best player in the NBA, he continues to speak up, continue to say what he need to say, and I fuck with that brother. You see what I'm saying? And to my knowledge, the Clippers and the Lakers wanted to exit the bubble. And I guess the powers that be or the other teams didn't want to do it. I don't know how true that is, but if that's true, I salute you, LeBron. That's real man shit right there. We need black men in America who are unapologetically black at every turn. That's what we need. People who are siding with the system to keep their job or siding with the system so they don't make an uproar. We need to move all y'all out the fucking way, man. And that's real shit. You feel me? All right. Now for the topic of the day, right? So, in our community, unfortunately, and this is a systematic thing, this is some of us men be on bullshit. We got to call us to the table too. But for whatever reason, we have too many women who are single mothers, right? And my thing is, if a woman finds herself in a position, because again, a man should actually be in the home with you. To me, this is how it should be. A man should be in the home with you helping to raise this kid. If he's not, he should be heavily involved. And in my opinion, like talking to all my fathers, there's no reason why you shouldn't have joint custody of your kids. And this is in hindsight. This is something that, as a man with 5 kids, believe me when I tell you this, you need joint custody of your kids. Your children need to be in your home and see how you handle problems, see how you deal with crazy situations, see how you live, right? See how clean you are, how attentive you, like your kids need to be around you in this capacity so you can fully give them your all and teach them what they need to know. This is my opinion, right? So fathers need to be there as much as possible, right? But if you a mom, if you a black mother, and this is specific I'm saying here, if you a melanated mother and you live in one of our communities, if you live in a underserved community where the economy isn't that great, there isn't a lot of resources, you need to learn how to employ, especially on your black boy, your black girl too, but you need to learn how to employ tough love on your black boy. Now, I know you love them. I know you want to spoil them. I know if there may not be a father or if you understand they're lacking things, you want to kind of make that up by allowing them to do certain shit. Look, if you don't provide tough love for your kid, the system is going to do it for you. And I'm speaking specifically for my mothers who are raising kids. Regardless of where you raise them, there needs to be a form of tough love. But if you're raising them in an urban community, all the shit that's going on outside can sweep your kid up if you don't provide the proper amount of tough love. The gang banging that's outside, the drug dealing that's outside, the pimping that's outside, all this different shit that young men are doing to get money or doing because they think it's cool, your kid can be pulled into that type of lifestyle if you don't give tough love. So this means starting young. This means starting with bedtime. This means making sure they do chores the right way. This means making sure they're extremely respectful to you and everybody around, because the system don't give a fuck about our black babies. So once they leave the home, they're behind enemy lines to a degree, because the school system don't give a shit about them. We got 96% of all these teachers are white women from communities just like the cops that are not from our community. So they don't know the temperament of our babies. They don't know how we speak with passion, how we conduct ourselves. They're always viewing this shit as something terroristic even. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to us, and especially the mom, because again, the fathers, I'm not excusing the fathers from being there or being around at all. But if you're in a situation where you're raising this baby by yourself, or you're raising them primarily on your own, you have to employ tough love tactics. If you don't require your young man, when he becomes 16, 17, 18 years old, he has to get a job. If you guys aren't well off, if you ain't got a business that's popping, or you making hella money a year, if so, then maybe you can find different ways for him to be responsible. But if not, if you allow your young man just to live off of you until he's ready to be an adult, you're doing a disservice to all of us. Let me say that again. If you allow your son to just live off you until he's ready without having no responsibility, you're doing a disservice to all of us. Young men need to learn how to work. They need to learn how to multitask. If you a young man that's in college, you gotta have a goddamn job. Like, there's no way around it. You gotta have a goddamn job. If you a young man that's not going to college and you living in a house with your mama or your daddy, you gotta do something to better your life, right? And mothers, you can't be afraid of this. If you get to the point where your son is 19, 18, between 18 and 20, and he don't want to do shit, he don't want to work, he don't want to get off of his ass. Let's say he think he a little hustler. Let's say he start getting these girls pregnant. You need to kick him the fuck out of your house. You need to kick him out of your house so he can go out into the world and see how this shit is supposed to look. If you have a young man living with you, he has to pay some sort of rent. He needs a job. Give him one of the bills, even. You got the cell phone bill, the smug bill, something, the water, something. Give him one of the bills. But he has to start creating a sense of responsibility, because again, once he goes out into the workforce, once he goes out into the world, it's tough out here for black men in general. You see what I'm saying? if you raise a black man to be hella soft, if you raise him to be unaccountable, then you fucking all of us up. You see what I'm saying? Now again, I understand that the father should be the one doing some of these things. But if your son lives with you, you're responsible for doing that as well. And I had a mother, God rest her soul, I had a mother who operated under the tough love strategy. My brothers was street dudes who sold drugs and did hella shit. They didn't bring none of that to my house. They was damn near scared of my mom, right? She 5'6", 102 pounds. You see what I'm saying? So can't no mother tell me that you can't rein your kids in, and kids aren't gonna like it. That's a large part of tough love. If you are having situations with your kids where they disagree with what you're doing, more than likely you're doing the right thing. More than likely you're doing the right thing. All too often, especially my generation of parents, y'all want to be friends with your fucking kids. You want to be friends with your fucking kids and all of a sudden wake up one day and want to tell them what to do? And like, I ain't listening to you. You've already put me on the same level as you, so why the fuck would I listen to you? You see what I'm saying? So our kids are not our friends, man. There's going to be a whole bunch of situations where they're not going to agree with something you want to do. They're not going to agree with how you want to get down or something, or a directive that you want to happen right away. That's how life is. Your kids don't got to like you on some real shit. You ain't got to like me, but you're going to do what I say, when I say it, how I say do it. If not, you're going to get your ass whipped. If you're old enough, you're going to get the fuck out. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? So we need to think about that, family. Our young men need to have responsibility. They need to have responsibility. When they go to the jail, as soon as they go outside, the school system ain't gonna give a shit about them. If they find themselves involved with the law in some way, they're not gonna give a fuck about them. You see what I'm saying? So we need to figure out the best way possible to approach all this shit. You see?